Hey guys, it is Thursday and you're watching Project Life Size. First of all, I want to say holy moly, I feel like this week has been awesome and I kind of feel like everything that's been said, like what can I even expand on, cuz I don't know, it's just been so friggin' cool and everyone's just been made great videos. And this is a really interesting topic. Fatspiration versus thinspiration. I would hate to blanket thinspiration as all bad because I think a lot of people do that in their own life. Like they hold on to a pair of jeans that's a size smaller. Like that could be considered thinspiration, just like some blogger posting nasty pictures of people skinny people with like their bones showing and shit. So I don't necessarily think that all thinspiration is bad. It's just when it gets to an unhealthy level. And the same thing goes for fatspiration. I think the most important thing is just accepting the way you are, and as long as it doesn't get to like a mentally or physically super unhealthy place, I think it's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with trying to accept yourself. I have met people that are naturally skinny, like naturally incredibly skinny, and they try to put on weight. And it's not like, oh, I can never gain weight even though I throw up in the bathroom sort of thing. Like, no, they are actually like born that way. Just like there are people that are never going to be a size 2 because they aren't born that way. And I'm not blanketing this as like a general rule. Like this is like only a few people. But I think people can get into the, like, a real woman has curves, or like a real woman is bigger, or, bigger is better. Every woman is a real woman. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be super skinny. You don't have to be really big either. A real woman is a real fucking woman. And, that's it. I don't have tits, but I'm still a real woman. Shaming thinner people is my only problem with the fatspiration type stuff. I don't like that word fatspiration. It just, I don't know, it gives me weird feelings. I don't know what else to call it though. I think that it's really important to not shame people that are a different size than you. Just like it's not right to shame people that are bigger, it's not right to shame people because they're thin. I also wanted to talk about how it turns into fetishism with either skinny or big, because I've known guys who are so fucking turned on by the idea of a skeletal woman. Fetishism is a natural thing. And I feel like everyone is a bit of a fetish, because you can get down to maybe not so intense things where it's oh, I have a foot fetish, or oh, I'm into bigger girls or skinnier girls or whatever, but I'm a fetish in myself because I'm 6 feet tall. And there are guys that's Amazon type girl is their ideal. I think everyone has stuff that they like. Maybe it's not as extreme as a fetish, but they still date people based on what they like, and these people just like something a little different. It can be healthy, and I think that as long as the person isn't only dating you based on that fetish, then it's okay. Because I've seen on some blogs oh, I don't want to date someone who's into BBWs or whatever. I want them to date them for me, but it is a part of you. It's not what you're defined as, but it is a part of you. Just like I'm attracted to hipster guys. Just like I'm attracted to hipster guys, they're attracted to BBW, wonderful, sexy women. And as long as it doesn't get to the extreme of that's the only reason why they're with you, then yes, that's a problem. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with having a fetish and admitting to it, which also on another side I think is incredibly important. You should admit to your fetishes if you have them and you're dating someone. You should not wait 2 years to tell them that you want to get fucked in the ass with a strap on. That's pretty much what I think about that. I feel I felt kind of weird about talking about this because it's sort of a touchy subject. I don't want to say anything that is gonna greatly piss off all of the viewers. What I said before about holding on to old clothes, I have gained some weight over the last year because I've been sick, and I plan to, as a part of making myself feel better and not be as sick anymore, like start working out and eat healthier, because that's going to make me feel better physically for my like chronic illness stuff. I'm holding on to those jeans because, maybe I'll fit back into them. And I think that's just as much the inspiration as anything else, just on a lesser scale. I feel a little like drained emotionally today because I've had a lot going on. And I started out my morning horrible. At like 9 a.m. I woke up because my cat was scratching my foot. Like a little bitch. You're a bitch. Do you hear that? You're a bitch. I like smacked my head against this wall so hard that like I like saw white, and I've had a headache all day from it. That happened. And then I wake up a half an hour later to my bestie Aislinn and Cody, my BFF Cody on YouTube. He's sitting right there on my bed. And I was like, at first I thought I was dreaming, and then I was like, oh my God, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Florida. And he's like, they've had this plan for like months to like surprise me. And I feel really bad because I still have to go home to DC this weekend, but he's going to be here for a week and a half, and he's spending time with Aislinn in Connecticut. And I like freaked out, and they videotaped it. And I like started crying. I was like, I'm so happy. I was like Kirsten, what's her face? The blonde chick. That video of her crying because she was so happy. So that happened. And that was really awesome. And I was just like, oh my God. So Cody's probably going to post that on YouTube. So you can look out for that of me crying and what I look like in the morning, which is a scary, scary sight.